The day went by, just as days go by. I killed it in accordance with my primitive and withdrawn way of life. I worked for an hour or two. I had pains. Took some opium and lay in a hot bath for 2 hours. Was glad when the pains consented to disappear. All in all, it wasn't exactly a day of rapture. Perhaps the time has come to follow the example of Albert Stifter. A fatal accident while shaving. The pain stops. I'm content. Contentment that fills me with loathing. In desperation, I escape into other regions. If possible, on the road to pleasure. Or, if that cannot be, on the road to pain. Wild longing seethes in me to smash and burn, to destroy, pull down idols, seduce little girls, dynamite the established order. Who cares what?
Hello. Oh. Are you all right?
Oh, yes. I'm sorry if I startled you. I didn't hear you coming up. My thoughts were wool gathering.
Are you sure you're all right? May I help you upstairs?
No. There's no need. Sit down a moment, if you can spare the time.
It's not my custom to sit on the stairs at other people's doors.
Yes, quite so. But now you embarrassed me. Let me explain. I've taken quite a fancy to this little vestibule. Polished, scoured, glittering, like your ants below. I always have to take a deep breath when I go by. It reeks of peace and tranquility. I've always sought places like this to live. You see, I need it, don't you see?
But you are ill.
Nonsense. Only a shabby old Steppenwolf, creeping up the stairs of other people's houses. Pains I have sometimes, as elderly people do.
Elderly is a little bit exaggerated. You can't be 50 yet.
No, you're right. More's the pity. But not long to wait either. Wait! You! Hey! Let me see a sign. What is this evening entertainment? Where is it?
Not for everybody.
Now what do you have here? I want to buy something from you. There once was a man called Harry, who went on 2 legs, wore clothes, and was a human being. Nevertheless, he really was a wolf of the steppes. In his childhood, he was wild and disobedient and disorderly, and those who brought him up declared a war of extinction against the beast in him. And precisely this had given him the idea that he really was a beast, with only a thin veneer of the human. If Harry had a beautiful thought or felt a fine and noble emotion, the wolf laughed with bitter scorn. He knew well enough what suited him. But when Harry behaved as a wolf, the human part of him lay in ambush, called him brute and beast, and spoiled all pleasure in his simple and healthy and wild wolf's being. It cannot be denied that he was generally very unhappy. And he could make others unhappy too, for he always brought his own dual, undivided nature into the destinies of others. Nevertheless, he was secretly and persistently attracted to the bourgeois world, dressed respectably, had money in the bank, and supported poor relations. He was capable of loving the political criminal, always ready to compromise between right and wrong, good and evil. He will never surrender either to the martyrdom of the spirit or to the martyrdom of the flesh. The vital force of the bourgeoisie resides in its outsiders, artists and intellectuals like Harry, who develop far beyond the level possible to the bourgeois. Knowing the bliss of meditation no less than the gloomy joys of hatred and self-loathing, he is nevertheless captive to the bourgeoisie and cannot escape it, unless, if suffering has made his spirit tough and elastic enough, he finds a way of reconciliation and an escape into humor. The outsider has two souls, two beings, God and the devil in him. And these men, for whom life has no repose, live in their rare moments of happiness with such strength and indescribable beauty. The spray of their momentary ecstasy is flung so high over the wide sea of suffering that the light of it touches others with its enchantment. But only the strongest of them force their way through the atmosphere of the bourgeois world to reach the cosmic. There never was a man with a deeper and more passionate craving for independence than Harry. He never sold himself for money or an easy life, or to women, or to those in power, and had thrown away 100 times his advantage and happiness in order to safeguard his liberty. But in the midst of his freedom, Harry suddenly realized that his freedom was a death, and that he stood alone. Finally, at the age of 47 or thereabouts, a happy but not harmless idea came to him, from which he often derived some amusement. He appointed his 50th birthday as the day on which he might take leave of this world. Let happen to him what might, he could bear any suffering, saying to his pain, "Only wait 2 years, and I am your master." And with this, he cherished the thought of the morning of his 50th birthday. Suicide, unhappy Steppenwolf, will not serve your purpose. All this is well known to you. You are aware of the wisdom of the immortals. You are aware of the magic theatre of the self, of that mirror in which you have such a bitter need to look, but from which you shrink in such deathly fear. No show tonight. Well, I only went at the theatre.
Try the Black Eagle, friend. If it's a show you want.
Oh, I'm sorry. I bet I mistook you for... I'm sorry.
My dear Herr Haller, you've been here all this time without once coming to see us.
Not at all. Arrived only a few days ago.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
And I've been,
There you are, mon cher. I've just been reading about this despicable namesake of yours, this Haller.
Was that a writer?
A writer? Dear me, no. A scribbler. A wretched scribbler. A publicist. A rotten patriot. And a sneak. Well, just look for yourself. It's even spelled the same way, isn't it?
Rather.
He seems to feel that we were responsible for the war. Imagine. Oh.
Shall we go in, please?
Yes.
Funny thing happened to me today. Yes, just after we parted at the library, by the way. I haven't been able to stop thinking about it. But I was climbing the last steps up towards Matters, yes, sir, when suddenly a little procession came rattling by. A funeral procession.
Oh, my dear!
Come,
No, it... I only mean... I'm sorry.
I'm praying for a hero to be born among us. Miraculous births not excluded. To filter the minutest detail, the contours of the very archetype within us. Apocalypse is our only hope.
I see. I hope that Goethe didn't really look like this. This conceited air of nobility. The great man ogling the distinguished company. His venerable pomposity is bad enough, but to portray him like this...
Oh, no! My God! You'll have to take your coffee alone, gentlemen. I have to retire.
She was hurt, you know. Goethe is a dearest possession. Nobody takes our cultural heritage more seriously than my Hildegard.
I'm sorry.
Even if you were right, you needn't have been so outspoken.
Well, it's a vice of mine to speak my mind. As friend Goethe did too, at least in his better moments. I sincerely beg your wife's pardon, and your own. Please tell her I'm a schizophrenic. If you will permit me, I will take my leave.
But your coffee and our talk. I am so looking forward to our discussion about Mithras and Krishna and the others.
Unfortunately, my interest in Krishna has vanished, along with my passion for learned discussions. Further, I've been lying. I've not been in town for a few days only, but for months. However, I'm no longer fit for decent society. I'm nearly always in bad temper, afflicted with gout, and usually quite drunk. Lastly, you grievously insulted me earlier. That rotten patriot named, oddly enough, Haller stands before you unregenerate. In fact, it would be better for the world if the few of us who are still capable of thought stood for reason and the love of peace.
Oh, mon cher.
Instead of driving obsessively toward a new war. Good night. I can't go on. The wolf howling at my heels. I know what he wants, an end to our suffering. So let this evil day be our last. But I want to live. Run, Harry, run. But where? Away, anywhere. It's all the same in the end.
Go ahead and pick one, sir. It all comes to the same thing in the end. Don't it? That's what I always say. It's all the same in the end.
Go home, take up the razor, lay it down again. Let cowardice once again triumph over despair. For another hour, another day. No matter how many times I lay the razor down, I shall take it up again, and again, until, finally...
Don't tell me my nose is shiny again. That's better. Hard night?
Where am I?
Where else could you be at this hour?
I've no idea.
The Black Eagle.
It is a show you want.
Don't panic. I look after you. What's the matter with you anyway? Lost your way home?
No, but yes. I can't go home.
Stay here if you like.
What's this?
You could do it here if you liked. Oh, for heaven's sake, it's only a joke. I cleaned up a little is all I meant. Look at yourself. You were not to give a poor girl the willies. At least, wipe your glasses. You can't see a thing. Now, what shall we drink? Bourgogne?
Where did you get that razor? You always fetch a razor along in your bag like that?
Usually.
Why?
Oh, look, it's a long, complicated, very twisty story. I tell you someday. Friend left it at my place.
You've got lots of friends, I suppose.
Yes, don't you?
No.
Oh my, you are a sad case. I bet it's a long time since you had to obey anyone.
Is that what I need?
Obedience is like sex. Nothing like it if you have been without it too long. You'll follow my orders.
I will.
Do you have any choice?
No.
Good. We're off to a swell start. We've wiped your glasses, had a bite to eat. Let's clean your boots and go dance sashimi.
Oh, I don't know how to dance.
Oh, how triste.
I never learned. Well, you see, I really am hopeless.
Perhaps you better go home and hang yourself after all. Oh, I'm sorry. Doesn't anyone look after you? A wife? Sweetheart?
I'm divorced. Well, a sweetheart, yes, but she doesn't live here anymore. We don't get along very well anyway.
Well, you are difficult. Nobody can stand you.
But just don't scold me. I know I'm impossible. I'm hopeless. I'm helpless. What's this?
The world's saddest song played on the world's smallest violin. You've got a nerve saying you've tested life to the bottom and found nothing in it. You haven't even tried the easy, fun part yet. All I can say is I'm certainly glad I'm not your mama. Gee, Harry, I'm sorry. I've got to flee. I have a date.
With whom?
Never you mind. A
But
friend.
listen, I thought... I thought you were going to stay here with me.
Oh, then you should have asked me to.
I am asking you now.
Too late.
All right. Tomorrow, then?
Maybe.
But wait. Listen. But tell me your name at least.
Oh, now you ask. What a dreadful man you are. You'll have to guess it.
Margaret. Molly. Madeleine.
That's for next time. Tuesday, for dinner, at the Old Franciscan.
Kommst du endlich?
I know, it's probably not elegant enough for you, but I am fond of it. It makes me dream of St. Francis.
You're religious?
No, not really anymore. But you know, when I see one of those stupid, lying, silly pictures of St. Francis people have, I really get peeved. But then I think, how disappointed St. Francis must be. When he looks into my heart and sees the image I have of him. I'm only human anyway, and I try to be merciful. Since you can't go home, sleep here tonight. And take these too. You don't have to use it, you know? Tu comprends? So long then, and enjoy your dreams.
His Excellency will see you now.
Would you mind just telling Aguta that I'm only a journalist? Come for an interview. Never mind about the other stuff.
What other stuff?
You... you young people
Oh, Aguta. Oh, well, I mean, of course, Your Excellency.
don't care a fig for us old folks, do you?
But we do, Your Excellency. We just think that you're a little bit too vain or pompous or not forthright enough, that's it.
Will you be so kind as to explain?
Well, for example, you clearly recognized the utter hopelessness of the human condition.
I did?
Yes, but you preached the exact opposite. Faith, optimism, the illusion that our spiritual strivings mean something, that they endure.
I imagine you don't much care for Mozart's magic flute.
How dare you, sir?
It preaches optimism and faith.
Yes, but Mozart didn't live to be 82. He sang his divine melodies and died. With no pretensions to the enduring and the orderly, and to exalted dignity like yours.
What a stuffy view of Mozart. You should have been a schoolmaster, my dear.
That's not fair.
You see, his perfected being as a supreme and special gift. That cost him nothing. Aren't you forgetting his passions under the last extremes of loneliness? His surrender, his suffering. Now who is thinking bourgeois, honey? Do you know the black bottom?
Certainly not. I never had time.
Oh, no wonder you're so grouchy. If you're going to take time seriously, there is no time in eternity. Only a moment. Just time for a joke.
Orchids. Oh, Harry, you are an idiot.
Oh, I'm sorry if you don't like them.
It's not that. I suppose orchids were the only flowers expensive enough. Well, anyway, thank you ever so much, but never again, okay? I won't take gifts from you.
I'm sorry, I don't get...
I know what you meant. Listen, I live on men, true, but I won't live on you, ever. Don't you look so swell today, now that we've managed to get you down from the gallows?
You like it?
Well, it needs a bit of style. A bit of flash, you know. But I like it. It's a start. Have you carried out my orders yet?
What orders?
You mean you haven't learned the foxtrot yet?
Oh, I've only had 2 days.
You could learn it in 1 hour. The black glutamine too? The tango takes longer, but you don't need it. It's as easy as thinking, and a lot easier to learn. We'll take this one.
I could have bought it 3 hours ago and 4 shops back, since it was the first one we looked at.
Then we wouldn't have had the fun of shopping for it.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Now you know the entire scandalous truth about me. And I don't even know your name.
But you do. Look,
No. Yes. You do remind me of someone. Someone a long time ago. Is it? No, not Rosa Chrysler. She had dark hair.
who was Rosa Chrysler?
My first love. We were 14. Mind you, she didn't even know about it. I never had the courage to speak to her.
Not a word.
No.
Oh, Harry, how sad. She was probably crazy about you.
Anyway, not Rosa. Now tell me.
Yes,
I can't.
you can.
Hermann. Hermann. Hermine.
There, you see. That wasn't so hard, was it?
But how did you do that to me?
Mind. Don't forget what you promised.
What?
You'll obey all my orders.
Yes.
Most of them will be fun and easy enough. But in the end, as you call it, you will have to fulfill my last wish as well.
Yes. What will that be?
Cross your heart and hope to die. Do it.
Cross my heart and hope to die. Yes, I need you. Right now. Because I'm desperate. You'll have to throw me into the water before I swim. The water will bring me back to life again.
But I need you too. Not now. Later. When you have fallen in love with me. I need you for something very important and very beautiful. It will be my last command.
What must I do then?
Kill me.
Well, you can't say I didn't warn you. I'm sorry.
Who's this?
Here we go.
Isn't she pretty?
Yes. My poor angry love.
And this one?
Now it's your turn to guess.
Well, it's Hermann, of course. Who was he anyway?
My only friend at the seminary, which we both hated. He only lasted 6 months there. That was all he could take of maths, New Testament Greek, and ice in the wash bowls. We both agreed that they didn't really want to educate anyone there. All they wanted, in fact, was a lot of obedient corporals and sergeants for the state. Then one day he went over the wall and I didn't see him since.
And?
He worked as an apprentice in a clock factory and as an assistant in a Tübingen bookstore. He published a promising book of poems and shot himself in the head.
I suppose you admire that.
At least he saved himself the pains and horrors of the Great War. Not to mention quite a few others. Yes, I admired him. I adored him. I don't suppose a day has gone by since then that I didn't somehow think of him. You're not going, are you?
I must. We'll go dancing at the Baron's Hotel tomorrow.
Oh, listen, I cannot dance.
Oh, cabbage.
No, one needs talent to dance. Like gaiety, innocence, frivolity, elasticity, talents I've never had and never will.
Don't be so cocksure. Remember, you're under orders.
What makes you so cocksure I'll obey your orders?
What turned the trick you'll never know. You're on your way, you long to go. Time is turning into space. What a trip to Pablo's place. You for how soft your land. Ecstasy is in your hand. The glass reveals your secret face. You won't come back from Pablo's place. When Pablo plays, the sense is real. No one knows how weird you feel, except those who fade without a trace. Last in a hood to Pablo's place.
Big baby.
But she'll laugh.
Poor Harry. Nasty girl might laugh at you. Come on, take a chance for once.
I can't.
Go.
For this one.
Oh, sorry.
But my boo seems to have got stranded at the bar. So let's go.
I'm just learning.
Doesn't matter. Just relax a little.
Pablo, my friend Harry.
Enchanté.
Enchanté.
Je vais te voir très bientôt. Ok?
Moi aussi.
Cigarette? No? You'll be sorry. He's rich,
No.
but he's very beautiful.
Yes, very beautiful.
Jimmy was around yesterday, looking for you. Hello, Harry. You like music?
Yes. Well, yes and no. I mean, I never thought I'd be able to enjoy this kind of music.
What kind of music?
Well, jazz, I suppose. It is jazz, isn't it?
If you want to call it names.
Well, I mean, it's very different from our symphonic tradition, isn't it?
I guess. All right.
How do you know I'm not in love with you already?
Oh, you like me. I can see that. Because I broke through your isolation. You're grateful to me. But you are not in love with me yet.
Maybe that's the same thing.
Which shows how little you know about it. No. I mean to make you fall in love with me.
Why?
Because it's my calling and my nature to make me fall in love with you. Very well. She's lovely, isn't she? Why don't you make love to her?
You what?
Don't be such a prude. No one's asking you to marry her. You don't have to take all love that seriously. I say it's high time you slept with a pretty dolly again, Herr Steppenwolf.
Believe me, I have no such aspiration.
Ciao Alfredo. Bye. Vous avez passé une bonne soirée? Let's grab a bite to eat somewhere. After we're playing at the city bar again.
All night?
Why not?
Well, I'm a little tired.
I can fix that. Oh, pardon me, sir. I wonder if you'd be so kind, just for a moment.
Pablo can get you anything.
Anything.
Anything you like. She's good.
You can't always get what you want, but you can always get what you need.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Let's go.
Now we're off to a good start.
Hey!
Weighed down by sadness and despair. When I think of tomorrow's appointment at the Cecil Bar, I think with bitterness not only of myself, but of Hermina too. For all her kind intentions, she should have let me perish instead of sweeping me into this frivolity, where I shall never be anything but an alien, and where the beast in me is demoralized and lowered. he one of your lovers, too?
Jealous?
No. He always seems so sleepy.
He can be waked up.
So, what are you doing with an old man like me?
You're not in competition, you know.
Oh.
I love you. Because you're shy. And tender. And because I can see in your eyes that you're pleased, that I'm so pretty. With another, it might be exactly the opposite. I'd be thrilled if he used me and didn't care a fig for me. But a life without love, I couldn't bear it.
Maria, I love you.
You know, Pablo said I must treat you nicely. Because you're so very unhappy.
How did he come to this extraordinary conclusion?
He said, look at his eyes. He doesn't know how to laugh.
Hey, Harry! Come for a spin in my motorcar.
Pablo, hello!
What I want to ask you for, champ, is a loan of 20 francs. And you can have Maria again tonight, if you want.
Offer for a woman is counted among us as the last degradation, Pablo. I've not heard your proposal. Where on earth did you get this car?
Look, don't sleep with Maria if you want invent troubles. But loan me the money anyway, okay? It's for little Agostino, the violin. You know, he's sick.
You should have said so. But you still didn't answer about the car.
Oh, I borrowed it, you know?
Who from?
Oh, I don't know. Chier ce vieux con merde.
Good Lord, why did you have to borrow such a highly visible car?
Listen, this car has 260 chevaux. They may see you, but they'll never catch me.
Oh, for Christ's
Hello.
sake.
Harry, wait.
Tell me, Pablo, why is it that you don't care to discuss music with me?
Oh, you know more about it than me. I just play. It's all the same to me.
But it isn't all the same, is it? You can't put Mozart on the same level with the latest foxtrot, or whatever, can you?
I don't put nothing on any level at all. I just play whatever comes to me.
Tell me, Pablo, what is it you want out of life? Out of music?
Je sais pas, moi. A laugh? A giggle? Kick the gong around? Now and then? Beaucoup de poule?
I see, a hedonist.
Sticks and stones will break my bonds. Your turn now. What is it you want?
Light.
There is a light within. You need only step out of your own shadows to see it. We could all go to bed together if you want.
No. No, thanks.
We're all friends.
If he doesn't want to.
Pity. It's so moral. Nothing to be done. All the same, it would have been so beautiful, so very beautiful.
I think I have to lie down. Why is it that you aren't already the wife of a king, or a revolutionary, or some sort of genius?
I have been a courtesan of fairly good taste. That's what life has allowed me.
Did you ever demand more?
Always.
What?
Eternity. in a special kingdom, on the other side of appearances. The kingdom of God, if you are pious. But it doesn't matter. Whatever you call it, it's where we belong, our home. Oh, Harry. So much dirt and a humbug we have to slog through in order to get home. And no guide, but our homesickness. And now me, as I am off. So friends and lovers, have a divine evening, and I'll see you at the ball.
seen Irene? I've been searching all night. It's hopeless. Can you please tell me what her costume is like?
Just look for yourself. You'll find her.
So what the devil is that supposed to mean?
No. Don't lose your sense of humor. Not tonight.
Lost your number? Take mine.
Hey, dance with me.
I can't. I'm on my way to hell.
Come on. Farewell, Harry. I won't forget you. Never.
You found me at last.
Is this the way you mean to make me fall in love with you?
You are even ready to go through hell to find me?
Is there any other way?
You dreamed of escape. You have a longing to forsake this world, to penetrate to a world beyond time. You know this other world exists.
I can give you nothing that isn't already within you. All I can give you is the chance.
Brother Harry, I invite you to a little entertainment. For 1 man only, and 1 prize only. Your mind. Are you ready?
And now I'll show you our little magic theater. As many doors as you like, and behind each door, exactly what you are looking for. But the price of admission will be a trifling little suicide. You don't mind, do you? To conquer time and reality, you must extinguish these superfluous reflections you call your personality. All it takes is a hearty laugh. Excellent, Harry. Excellent, Harry. You laugh like the immortal Pierre.
Penetrate the world beyond time.
It's all illusion, the magic theater, not reality.
Something that is already within you. As many doors as you like. And behind
Transformation into any animal or plant, please. Jolly hunting. Great automobile hunt.
Transformation from time into space.
Compendium of Arts. Oh, Gustav, good lord. Fancy meeting you here. What are you doing? I'm Professor of Theology, Harry. Got that son of a bitch that time. What's going on? It's war. At long last, the war against the machine. Come on. So it's just what you have been waiting for, Harry. What? War against the machine. Don't listen to him. You are obliged to stem the rising tide of anarchy, fomented by effete intellectuals who cynically reject the blessings of order, work, and private property. What's that got to do with machines, then? Technology is the most sublime creation of the human mind that will eventually set man free. What do you think? 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Traitors, after all we've done for you. Come on, get out! Come on! Get out, no! I think you ought to know, I don't consider this very patriotic of you fellows.
me with this stuff. We want to be ready for them when they come.
You think that I used to be a pacifist? Where does this bloodlust come from? I'm sure it's not rational.
Of course it isn't. It's pure childishness. That's war. Childishness on a gigantic scale.
Yes. We must not always reduce the irrational to the rational, as do the Americans and the Bolsheviks too. They are both extraordinarily rational, and they both produce the frightful oppression and impoverishment of life.
You're a Lulu, Harry. You talk just like a book. But we'll bag no cars with philosophy. All hands to battle stations. May we inquire whom we have the honor of addressing?
I'm Attorney General Loring. Why did you fire upon us?
For exceeding the speed limit.
We were only doing the normal speed.
What was normal yesterday is no longer normal today. Any speed a motor car travels is too great. And now, will you be so kind as to get out, as your motor car will be destroyed?
I prefer to be destroyed with it.
As you like. God knows, as public prosecutor, you've murdered your share of poor devils in your day.
It was my duty. A conception obviously unknown to you.
What duty? I belong to the state. I served as a soldier. I killed on orders and paid taxes to buy more armaments. Until I couldn't get up in the morning without throwing up.
You bore me. Be so kind as to get on with your job.
My dear, are you skilled with firearms?
You could teach me.
I imagine you'll be wanting lunch soon.
Have you got a cold plaster for my finger? It's bleeding like anything. Whatever's to become of us?
Oh, no. But my friend Harry knows. He's fond of pretty girls. He'll look after you. Come on.
If you had some cucumbers, I could make some smashing sandwiches.
Oh.
Down northwest, moderate lightning.
The lightning suicide. He loved herself to bits. Great automobile hunt. Kama Sutra. Instructional income. Use of pills. 42 different methods of practice. With as many hours as you like.
I'm not anybody. I'm a chess player. Do you want instruction in building up your personality?
Yes, please.
May I see your pieces, please?
Pieces?
Oh, your personality. I can't play without the pieces. Which one is you? Wrong. You are the whole game.
But all these personalities in one man. That's schizophrenia.
It don't matter, honey. Watch.
What is it called, this game?
Light, your life. Complicate it or enrich it as you please. Your soul has fallen to bits and pieces. Good. Rearrange them to suit yourself.
Rose?
The last time I saw you here, that spring afternoon, you wouldn't even speak.
I meant to. I wanted to. But I was afraid. I was only 15.
My heart trembled so.
Did it? Really?
I cried myself to sleep that night. And then I began to forget it. Never quite though, you know.
But you never knew me. Listen, Rosa, I could have destroyed you. You see, sometimes there are terrible compulsions. Urges that come over me.
You might have let me take the risk myself.
All right without the saxophone. Though to be sure, I shouldn't want to tread on the toes of that famous instrument.
Where are we?
In the last act. Leporello is on his knees.
There's a lot in it that's very human, certainly. But you can hear the other world in it too. The laughter.
Gratitude.
It's the last great music ever written.
Don't strain yourself. You are a musician?
I've retired myself, but I do like to drop in from time to time to see how the business is getting on.
Look, there is Brahms striving for redemption. He'll be at it for quite a time yet.
And Wagner? What are they in for?
Thick orchestration. No personal failure, you understand. It was a fault of the time.
But they can't help it.
They couldn't help Adam meeting the apple either, but they have to pay for it.
But it's frightful.
Oh, life always is. We can't help it. But we are responsible anyway. One is born, and at once one is guilty. Where is your fine religious education anyway?
So you mean I'll be called to account for all those books I wrote?
Symphony by Friedrich Bach. What are you doing? Listen, this infernal machine. Murder's music, built up. And listen, my friend. Listen past the wires to the music. It's just like life. You must see through the appearance to the reality beneath. Anyway, it little becomes you to be a critic of radio, or of life either. Learn to listen first. Learn what is to be taken seriously, and to laugh at the rest. I think I'm beginning to understand. You are a great joker, Harry. Huh? What's this mess now? You couldn't think of anything better to do with this enchanting young lady than this? I expect you're now looking for a way to evade the consequences of this dreary butchery.
You don't understand, Hamilton. I want to pay and pay again for it, I want to lay my head under the axe.
What a pathetic cringe you are, Harry. But you'll learn humor yet. Galasio.
All humor is gallows humor. Ready, my friend?
I'm ready.
Gentlemen, there stands before you Harry Haller, accused and found guilty of the willful misuse of our magic theatre. Haller has not alone insulted the majesty of art in that he confounded our beautiful picture gallery with so-called reality and stabbed to death the reflection of a girl with the reflection of a knife. He has, in addition, displayed the intention to use our theatre as a mechanism of suicide and shown himself devoid of humor. Therefore, we condemn Haller to eternal life and suspend for 12 hours his permission to enter our theatre.
You really botched it, Harry. You lost your sense of humor. All that messy business with a knife and your ugly reality. Je pensais que vous auriez mieux joué le jeu que ça.
Pablo, I'm beginning to understand. I understand you. And good. I'll still got all the pieces in my pocket. If I only had another chance.
As many as you like. This is not the end, you know. Only a beginning.
Where do I have to go from here?
The way of innocence leads on, not back. Not back to the world of the child, but even further into sin. Ever deeper into human life.
The penalty also of being laughed out of court may not be remitted. Gentlemen, all together. 1, 2, 3.